Because when you hold space, you hold a person, not their pain. There's a quote I love: shame dies when your stories are told in safe spaces. But these safe spaces don't just appear on their own, they are created, held by someone who listens without judgment, stays without rushing, and is present without needing to fix anything. That is what it means to hold space. Hi, my name is Anubhuti Sharaf, and I'm here with another episode of Mastering the Art series, that is, Art of Holding Space. So, let me ask you this question: have you ever been truly heard, not advised, not interrupted, not told what to do, just heard? That feeling when someone gives you their full attention without trying to change or fix you, that is powerful. That is healing. And that is something we all need more of. So, why this matters so much? Most of us are taught how to talk, but we are not taught how to listen, how to be fully present with someone without trying to solve their problems. So, when someone shares something painful, we often say things like, "You'll be okay. Don't worry too much. Just stay positive." We all meant well, but these words can feel like walls. They can make someone feel like their emotions are too heavy to carry for the other person or not allow them to speak what they feel. But when we hold space, when we simply sit beside someone and let them be seen, that's when the shame starts to fade and healing started to begin. So, I have 5 simple ways to hold space with some examples which can help you to understand this concept more. Number one, being present, not perfect. Just show up and stay present. Even if you don't know what to say, that would work. For example, your friend is crying after a bad day. You sit beside them quietly, offer a glass of water. You don't say much, but your presence will speak louder than words. Number two, don't try to fix them. Let them speak without jumping in with advice. For example, a colleague says that they felt lost at work. Instead of saying, "change your job," you listen and say, "that sounds tough. I'm here if you want to talk more," which means we are giving them more space to share their feelings, why they felt that way. Instead of leading them with an action point, it is more giving an space to them. Number three, listen beyond words. Notice the feelings under what they are saying, because these times the feeling comes with an emotional reaction rather than the exact words what they have faced. For example, your sibling says, "I'm tired," but they look emotionally drained. You can gently ask them, "Is something else going on? I'm here if you want to talk." Number four, let them take their time. Don't rush their emotion or their story. Example, your friend is saying something, they are sharing their painful story, but keep going silent in between. Instead of changing topic in these spaces of silence, you can stay and you can wait and let them speak more if they want to. Number five, reflect their strength, not just their pain. So you always know that someone who is sharing something vulnerable about themselves, you have a little bit idea about their personality, and that really works better. So remind them they are more than what they are going through. For example, someone says, "I don't think I can handle this anymore." You listen and you can gently say, "You have made it to this thing so much already. I'm here with you. You will be okay." Better way of saying you will be okay, by the way. So I'll tell you a story which had taught me this. A few years ago, I was sitting with my friend who had lost someone they loved. And after a while, she said something I never forget: "Thank you for not trying to make this go away." That's when I realized we don't need to carry someone's pain. We just need to carry them, their emotions. So, here, what I want you to take with you: in the world full of noise, be someone who listens. In the world full of pressure, be someone who stays. Because when we master the art of holding space, we remind others they are not alone. They are not too much. They are not being dramatic or oversensitive. They are simply human, worthy of being seen, heard, and held. Thank you so much.